Ty and Eric back in the booth.
Back in the booth. How you doing, big dog?
Whiskey is good. I'm cracking this low life lager.
Low life.
Eric's just taught me about the low life reference. Can you walk the redheads through what the hell we're talking about here?
It's not much to really walk through. It is the Weekend featured on the Future song "Low Life."
Mm-hmm.
Saw a clip where the Weekend was being a silly little goose, and he
As
was,
we all are.
referencing his own song for the people, in meme form. There's like a specific genre of video that is kind of like toasted, That's what it was.
And he goes, "Low life."
Exactly.
I'll cheers to that, bro.
Well, cheers.
I heard this thing about cheersing, where when you cheers, your can or your cup, your glass, must the way that they connect, whoever's the oldest should be on top, and whoever's the youngest should be on the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like a sign of respect for your elders to under cheers them.
Under cheers them.
Yeah,
Like submit, kind of,
You got to be a bottom.
Right.
What do you think about that? Have you heard of that before?
I've never heard of that. Yeah, it's interesting because what comes to mind right away is the ergonomics of cheersing a salt rimmed cup. Like when you have a marg or like something with little tagine, like a Caesar.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean? Like cheersing with the Caesar is kind of annoying because you end up getting like black pepper all over someone else's red wine or something.
Oh, totally. And don't get me started on this new mixologist trend of a full facade rimming. You see that where they just roll the whole cup on one side into salt.
Yeah, it's really interesting because what do you do in that case? Do you
really
go
know.
top or bottom?
Yeah, you're kind of hitting it from the side.
Yeah, you got to hit it from the side.
Just never comfortable.
Yeah.
Nobody wins there.
Yeah, totally.
Crazy.
Dude, mixology sucks.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of uncomfortable, I was in Toronto all week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just got back.
Yeah, so talk to me about that. Did you run into fugitive Six God Drake?
Yeah.
Jersey Drake. He's
Six,
hiding
six,
from
six.
Metro Boomin.
Yeah, he's posted up. He's hiding now. We do need to talk about Drake here in a little bit. No, I didn't see him, but I did figure out why it's called the Six.
It's 416.
6 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Ayo.
So 6 out of 10 for your last kind of experience there, or generally the women are 6 out of 10?
Both, all of the above. Yeah, no. Actually,
you mean the gal them is a 6?
Yeah, the gat is a 6. I actually, to be honest with you, Eric, I quite like Toronto. I find it quite charming. I like the nightlife scene. Everyone gets done up and they do a bunch of cocaine. It's really fun.
Wow, I've never felt the desire to go. I'll be real honest with you.
Dude, you really should. It is truly the party next door of Canada.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know, dude. Something about it. Unless I have friends or family there, I really feel zero need to travel 6 hours across Canada, the Great White North, 666 hours to get to a city that's almost the same as mine, just less beautiful. You know what I mean?
Enough. You do appreciate all the beauty in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm gonna fly 6 hours in any direction, it won't be to the same place I currently reside in. You know what I mean? It'll be somewhere new.
Yeah, if Toronto was a foot long, I'd have no greens. It'd be all meats,
Yeah. It would be the veggie delight.
Yeah, maybe. I think Vancouver's kind of the veggie delight because Vancouver has got a lot of greenery. It's got a lot of you can tell that the agricultural industry here is quite evolved.
Yeah, perhaps.
Toronto, that's all meat, man. Drake's meat, huge. Toronto meat, huge.
Damn, dude.
Just saying.
And you only give it a 6? That's crazy.
6 out of 10. So, but that was just a bad joke.
What kind of meat you running into over there,
dude? Okay, so
what's going on?
I didn't get much nightlife in. I was there visiting the in-laws.
Yes.
I did have one funny experience with the in-laws. Out for dinner, and my mother-in-law, she says to the server,
I've met her.
"Can you just?" She says, "Can you just bring me a beautiful piece of bread.
Oh,
And I thought,
wait, while you were sitting at dinner?
while we're sitting at dinner,
Do I look like the waiter to you? What's going on here?
it's a crazy question. Ask the server, right?
Oh, she said it to the
She said that to
server.
the
I thought she
server.
said it to
Yeah.
you. Okay, never mind.
No, no, no. I'm not. Dude, I'm not engaging that type of request. Although, actually, no, I probably would have. But
I did ask somebody today, still or sparkling,
no, hell yeah.
and yeah,
That-
it is what it is.
I love to role play. Okay, I digress. Anyways, I did go out for like one big bout of nightlife. I was hitting up. I tried to go to critically acclaimed mahjong bar, which you would like because you have been dabbling in you're mahjong curious lately.
Hmm. Hmm.
Couldn't get in; they were full. I didn't book a resi. The cursed resi app was not offering me any 9 or 10 p.m. seatings, so I had to go to the bar next door, which was called Bar Mordecai,
Hmm.
um, which I'm assuming is named after the Drake line where he's like, "Bar miss my money like my last name, Mordecai."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck you,
Yeah,
bitch. I'm more than high.
hell yeah, your mama probably hear that and be mortified.
So, did Drake say that first, or did the place open first?
I'm sure Jewish people came up with that word for other reasons first that I
The
don't know.
question still stands. Did Drake
Yeah,
say
I
it?
think Drake said it first, dude. That's like take care days.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, true.
no bar can last more than 6 years in any city. Like the
No,
turnover rate's crazy on bars.
I don't know. There's some bars out here that have just been really weathering the storm.
No, pubs weather the storm. Bars don't make it.
Dude, Kiefer Bar has been there forever.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Some bars do.
Anyways, doesn't matter. Uh, what the hell is Mordecai?
I don't really know what Mordecai means, but I posted up there with some friends and family, and the scene was really funny in there because it's like a Thursday night. But like Toronto loves to like just go out on a Thursday. They love to like get like really dressed up in like club
Mhm.
gear and just go to a random bar, DJ spinning. They had these like karaoke rooms in the basement of the bar
Mhm.
that like were clearly just places for people to do a bunch of cocaine.
Hmm.
They're like $250 to book a room for like an hour just to do karaoke. No one is doing it for karaoke. They just need a private space to like,
Right.
hit a key bump or whatever.
It is. The table is mirrored.
Yeah, the table is mirrored, glass table girls. You know the deal. So I hit their cocktail menu and I just want like a normal cocktail, right? But then I see one option that's like a tiramisu ice cream cocktail. So I think to myself, well, I have to dabble in that.
Hmm.
Does that sound interesting to you
It
too?
does. It's piquing my interest.
Yeah.
Um. So there's like a dessert play here. I'm guessing.
It was kind of like at the end of the menu, which kind of suggests dessert, but it also was dabbling in espresso martini territory,
Yeah.
which is a notorious dessert beverage.
Notorious dessert beverage, but also can sometimes cosplay as a appetizer.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's great before and after, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the marinara sauce. You can add it to either end of the sandwich.
Shit.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, dude. Buck stops and ends here.
Yeah, exactly. So I hit it. I said, fuck yeah, get me the tiramisu martini.
Oh.
And they bring me a cocktail glass with a scoop of ice cream in it.
Oh.
There was no fluid. I was like, "Where's the cocktail?" They're like, "This is the cocktail."
Oh my god.
So my options were like, eat it with the little spoon provided, or let it melt.
Is this a
Well,
restaurant? Wait, this is a bar.
in the bar, yeah.
A bar serves you ice cream? Like I don't understand what's going on
I
here.
don't know, dude. I was mystified.
Oh fuck.
I know.
This drives me absolutely insane when a bar or restaurant tries to riff on the espresso martini. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like we went to beloved Spacca Napoli not long ago, a
Mm-hmm.
few months ago, and we started our night with an espresso martini, as you know, two young podcasters might,
Mm-hmm.
and it was sweet as hell. It was definitely a dessert drink, but like we had ordered it without looking at the menu, but it is on
Yeah.
the dessert menu.
I wouldn't even want that for dessert. Like it was
Uh,
too sweet. That is a cocktail for a child.
the only dessert that I would have is a real tiramisu or just a shot of some kind.
Yeah, like some grappa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my ideal dessert is a shot of grappa and some cheddar cheese.
Mhm. Do you ever just take the fireball to the face or no?
No, sometimes. I don't mind that a little spice.
I'm not above a fireball.
Hell no. I'm always below it.
Yeah, the
Shit.
bottle's always above my face.
Yeah. So I summoned up the courage to just eat this ice cream like a little baby out of the cup.
Yeah.
And I finally finished it, and I thought, like, everyone else got a normal cocktail at this function, so
Mm.
I'm gonna give it a second go. So I order this, like, mezcal-based drink that looks pretty good on the menu, and then the next round shows up. Someone the server puts a normal looking Paloma down to the left, a normal looking down spritz to the right. Then she hands me my drink, and she serves it to me in a, I shit you not, a miso soup bowl. That was my cocktail. It was a miso soup bowl, like a cold soup. And I was
What?
like, "Are you kidding me? Just give me a normal drink."
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude, so I had to, like, I felt like a fucking monk the way I was sipping this thing.
So what is it with you and, like, attracting the weirdest thing on the menu?
I can't avoid it. It's so hard to. It's like it looked good, it piqued my attention,
Yeah,
and then next thing you know, I'm sipping soup like a monk.
that's kinda crazy. So, did you like it?
I did. I loved it.
Oh, shit.
I loved it so
Oh,
much I would order it again, but
so it's not a
I'm
total miss, it's actually a great drink.
mhm. But it's kinda like the flatbread, you know? I love the flavor, I hate the ergonomics.
Oh, I see.
Mhm, mhm.
Right, you're putting way more effort into eating it than you need to.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to drink a cocktail with 2 hands. Like, I can't scroll and sip at the same time if
Yeah.
I'm drinking this one.
That must have been very trippy for you because, like, you're picking up with 2 hands, you are taking a slow sip because you're expecting a scalding hot soup,
Mhm.
and it's actually a cold liquor.
Yeah, it is kind of trippy, hey? It's like when you step on an escalator that's broken down.
Well, and then you just
Yeah.
stumble forward.
Yeah, I always stumble forward. I don't know what's up with that.
Mhm. Ty the type of guy to walk on an escalator not working.
You don't? You don't wanna just check? Because some of them turn on when you step on them.
I'm picturing the ones in the airport that are flat. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, "Are you gonna go for me?" Like, if
Yeah.
I
No, they won't.
trying to rub that engine.
Yeah, this is interesting, Ty. So, was the miso soup in a Japanese style bowl?
Well, you tell me, Eric, what is a Japanese style bowl?
I think it's got, like, little legs on it.
Like little tiny little pigs? Pig
Not
legs?
pegs, it's just, like, elevated, like, a centimeter. You know what I mean? It's like a black or red plastic bowl. Like,
Mm.
any fucking sushi restaurant, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking dude, I have dabbled in miso
Oh,
soup.
dude, yeah.
Miso soup makes my tummy hurt so bad, but I always get
Really?
it. Yeah.
You're not a fan of the fermentation?
I think I love the fermentation. Something in my gut disagrees with it, but that's okay. My gut disagrees with everything on
Mm.
the Subway menu, so it's all good.
Yeah. I am prepping for my trip to Japan, and I purchased on Amazon some probiotics.
Mm,
So I plan on preloading for about a week. Like my probiotic cycle is starting soon, so I'm gonna hop on that and then continue the trend while I'm there as well.
hell
So by
yeah.
the time I get back, I'll be just through the pack of 30.
That's super cool that you go through these, like, training bouts prior to a trip, you know?
Hell
You're
yeah.
like, this is like working up towards your playoff season.
Dude, Bay is doing like 20K steps a day. We're getting ready to like walk every day in Japan, and I'm just sitting on this couch like a fat slob talking to you.
Yeah, he's 3 loggers deep.
Yeah.
Dude, I get that though, because like, when I was in the 6 earlier, I was clocking 20, 30 steps a day,
Holy shit.
1,000,
Oh,
and
just 30?
30 yeah, just 30 steps.
From the kitchen back to the couch and then
Yeah,
to
I
bed.
walk downstairs to the Uber, they take me to the bar, and then I head back.
Hell yeah.
And it's rough on the old feetsies, you know? I don't have that dog in me anymore.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't need to be walked anymore.
Mhm, yeah,
He's more
I'm
of a
an
house
old
cat.
dog.
Meow.
Meow. I did take a few Ubers all around. Ubering's definitely the move there. I had this
Mhm.
crazy experience where I was, like, at a park by the water. I wanted to Uber back to the condo, so I call one up. The Hyundai Elantra shows up, hop in it with the whole squad, and then the man needs to make a left turn, so he proceeds to try to cross, like, 4 lanes of traffic, to get into the left turn lane.
Yeah.
He can only make it 3 out of 4 lanes before he's blocked by other idling vehicles. So he just chills in the lane, but he's
Mhm.
at like a 90-degree angle. So if I look out my window, I'm looking at traffic heading like directly towards me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So cars start stacking up. Everybody's honking, but people are like generally like not super pissed. They're like kind of going around. You know how it is. It's like, ah, yeah, you're mad, but like,
Uh-huh.
who cares? Nobody really cared that we were blocking the lane. Well, one car cared, and that was the police car.
Oh shit.
Shit, yeah. So fucking ops pull us over.
What the fuck? So okay, you're in the Uber.
I'm in the Uber.
You're violating traffic laws,
Yeah,
and you're getting pulled over. You're getting lit up by the 50.
exactly, dude. The 12 is on my ass. And I'm in the back seat as the Uber driver is winding down the window to talk to him. And this is the first time that I've never been afraid of this situation
Mhm.
because I can walk. Like, I'm not accountable for this. I'm simply I am a bystander at best here. I'm not. You know what I mean?
I do. So okay, hold on. So this is exact same thing happened to me.
No way, really?
I was in a taxi. This is pre-Uber in Vancouver. I was actually just talking today about how Uber came to Vancouver in 2019, fucking fashionably late.
Mhm.
I was in a yellow cab, and he had hit another car,
Oh, no.
and then was like, I was sitting in the back, and they're just like, "Just wait, I'll handle this." I'm like, "No, I'm not waiting for anything. I'm out of here. I don't need to be a witness. It's your fault."
Dude, that's what I thought in this moment. Like, what would happen if I ran? You know, if I bolted right now out the passenger door?
Yeah, dude, you're the type of guy to call another Uber while in an Uber.
Gotta have a plan B.
Yeah.
So what did you do in
So
your situation?
well, I just got out because it was a cab, and
Right.
it's not. I have no digital footprint with the taxi. I can
Mhm,
just walk
mhm.
out and nothing happened.
Anonymous.
This is before facial recognition, of course.
Mhm.
But in your case, like the driver had to end the trip. I'm guessing, like you can't just end the trip yourself, right?
Well, we had to see how the sandwichuation with the officer
Yeah.
went before I ended the trip. Like, we were mid-flight. I was enjoying this backseat show. I wanted to
Oh,
see how it ended before I
right, right.
canceled the trip and walked home.
Yeah.
And it was a positive. We had a happy ending here. The officer, he yelled at the driver for a bit. He kept saying, what was he saying? He was like, I gotta find my police officer voice from the
No.
previous episode. Do you think this is appropriate? Do you think this is appropriate? He kept
Oh my
yelling
god.
that. I know. And my Uber driver, he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And then like the police officer's like, go straight right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, I'll go. So then as soon as the police officer walks away, the left lane opens up for the Uber driver.
Oh.
And he fucking puts his left turn signal on and starts to go into it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you idiot, don't go left right now. You should follow the rules. Like, the cop's gonna arrest you if you go into this left lane.
But wasn't it safe to do so?
Not questionably safe. I would have still had it required a little bit of maneuvering.
Got it.
So I just yelled at the guy like straight, 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 which is a very like hetero coded like direction.
I mean, it's very nice of you because ultimately you're the one who has to pay for the trip.
Hmm.
So if you're giving the driver permission to not take the fastest route, then I don't see why he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
There's obviously another motivation here where it's like I just want to be good at my job, you know?
for sure. Like, do as you're told, right?
Yeah, do as you're told, but also get the passenger from A to B as quickly and as safely as possible.
So he followed my instructions. He went straight. So we got out of it unharmed, no ticket, no problem.
All
I
right.
felt bad for the guy, so I did tip him $2. It was the first time I've ever tipped an Uber
How dare
driver.
you?
I know. I felt good doing it.
Yeah. That's the only time you ever tipped an Uber?
Yeah. Why would otherwise? Why would I?
I think if they're cool, like that's kind of the only reason.
How do you know if they're cool? Do you ask them like what kind of music they listen to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if we start talking and they're making like dad jokes to me, then like
Mm.
you'll get a tip for sure.
Wow, that's
If there's
awesome.
any Uber drivers listening, that's how you get a tip out of me for sure.
That's really funny because you're literally critiquing their set with your wallet.
Yeah,
Like, give me your
exactly.
best bid, and I will pay you accordingly.
100%.
Hmm.
I hate those Ubers that have like the tablet on the back of the seat,
Mhm.
um, where you can like preemptively add a tip. It's like, do you think I'm really gonna like tip you while we're driving?
Dude, I completely agree. That sucks. They should if they have a tablet in the back seat, they should either have Spotify or Netflix booted up for me.
Yeah,
Like, let me
exactly.
hop into Love Is Blind.
That's a great point. There's never music on there. It's just like an ad or asking for money. It's like
Mhm.
digital panhandling.
It is. It's so sad.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like tip culture in general now.
Yeah, it's a little bit out of hand, but
Hmm.
that was basically my trip to the 666, Eric.
Wow.
The only other notable thing is I went to this, like, craft market, and I like going to craft markets specifically because they tell me, like, what aesthetic is trending in the craft community.
Mhm.
Like last year, it would be like mushrooms, there'd be like mushrooms on everything, ceramic mushrooms, mushroom earrings, like, or pickles. Pickles are
Oh,
a
yeah.
really big thing.
Pickling and creating sourdough.
Sourdough was a big thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
bread in general was, like, having a moment.
yeah.
So what I noticed right now that's trending is sardines.
Tinned fish?
Tinned fish, yeah, like, the tinned fish culture has worked its way into purses, earrings, graphic
Oh, I
tees.
see.
Yeah, the sardine is making a move,
Hmm.
and the other thing that was making a move was the evil eye, like, the Greek, like, blue eye, the blue circle? There's an emoji for it.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was on everything, dude, stickers, like,
Huh.
wallets,
That's a
jewelry.
Greek thing?
Yeah, I think it's a Greek thing.
Is it now?
I don't know. I don't know much about Greece. I know they have salad dressing.
I just know, like, freaky girls have, like, that on their necklace, like,
Yeah, I think
necklaces of
I
that.
think it's kind of the new blue butterfly is the blue Greek eye.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you're freaky if you got it in your
It's the
bio.
emoji of the season.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn. Well, that's interesting. What'd you
Mhm.
learn about tinned fish while you were there? Because for me, like, all I know about tinned fish is that it's a ripoff. If you get it at a restaurant, great value if you buy it anywhere else.
I think it's kind of just a ripoff in general. Like, you're just buying, like, the runts of the ocean at a
Uh,
premium.
Nothing wrong
Dude,
with a little runt.
they're itty bitty fish. They're teeny tiny.
Yeah, but
They're all head. They're all head and tail.
sardines are good. It's
Yeah,
just
they're
overpaying for them for a restaurant to simply crack open a tin for you. That's you're paying 300% markup for nothing, right?
Yeah, well, you can either, like, overpay for the actual thing, overpay for a screen print on a Gildan tee of a sardine can. Like,
Right.
either way, it's a ripoff.
Of course. But
Mhm.
the thing itself is not at fault, right? It's the application of it.
Right, the commodification of it,
That's a
yeah,
better word for it.
for
Exactly.
sure.
People
Yeah.
selling it for way more than they should, and like people buying it. People buying it
Yeah.
is the real problem, actually.
Well, the thing that really flabbergasted me here, Eric, is, like, why are people attracted to this aesthetic, this motif, the tinned fish? Like, what
Mm.
is it about the tinned fish that make people wanna give an Etsy shop money?
Right.
I don't really get it. Like, how are you tying your identity to this can of tiny fish? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
Tiny fish. Well,
what qualities are you, like, extracting from it that you're like, "Yes, this says something about me."
hmm, I'll take two stabs at it.
Okay, hit me.
First one is once again graphic design. I
Mhm.
think like tin fish, generally speaking, is like just another way to signal taste in terms of
Mhm.
graphic design. You know, like if you
Mm.
buy like a cool niche esoteric Spanish like octopus in a tin,
Right.
like that could look cool just aesthetically. The other thing is like I think you appear as more cultured if
Mm.
you are a consumer of tinned fish because you're like I'm not above this typically cheap method of storing food. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But also it's like I'm overpaying for it. So it's like I'm actively choosing to participate in this thing that on the surface looks like lowbrow, but I'm actually like flipping it and making it highbrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say highbrow, lowbrow is totally the move there.
Yeah.
That's a really precise perspective, Eric. I really appreciate that thought.
I've obviously
Um
thought about tinned fish a lot in my
Yeah,
days.
for sure. No, like, tinned fish follows the same pattern as a lot of things. It's like the same kind of, like, idea as natural wine here, where it's like history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, and graphic design trend as a means of, like, signaling taste is the same thing. Tinned fish is just a different application of graphic design in
Yeah.
order to signal. pseudo taste.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Weird.
Makes you think.
And now it's having this proliferation into other channels of graphic design, t-shirts, jewelry. We're gonna start seeing tin fish on album artwork pretty soon, like tin
Mhm.
fished on like college dorm
Yeah,
posters and
or like the band Can.
yeah, their canned is coming back.
Yeah. Do you know
Dude,
the album art I'm thinking of? It's like a can of like green beans or something.
something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, yeah, like don't tell Urban Outfitters about the tinned fish movement. They're gonna have a heyday.
Yeah. If there's a band called Can,
Mhm.
will there be a band or is there a band called Tin?
I think if there's a band called Can, should there be a band called Should?
Or Can't?
Won't?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm a big tin fish um enjoyer.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm
Tell me more
not
about that.
I'm not one to enjoy spending money on it at a restaurant. You know what I mean?
You're a free fish enjoyer.
Free fisher.
Free fish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Huh.
But like tin fish, bro, that's like when that's like a borderline prison meal. Like it's like you shouldn't be bragging about consuming that, you know? But I'm not above it. I will definitely have some sardines in oleo with a cracker, you know? I'm happy to have that. But like paying $45 for that at a tapas bar, it's not happening.
Yo, it's so whack. Like, replace the fish with spaghetti noodle and replace the, like, au jus with pomodoro, and bro's got Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Like, you are 2 steps removed from Chef Boyardee right now.
Well, yeah, 100%. It's Fisherman Boyardee.
It's Fisherman's Boyardee. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it I but I kinda love that about it. I think that, like, the irrational aspect of it is what attracts me to it?
Yeah, I agree. To me, it's the same as spam. Like, imagine
Spammed fish.
imagine paying $35 for a can of spam at a
I would
restaurant.
love to. I'm frothing at the possibility of it.
And yeah, you should try it.
Mhm.
Is it even meat? Maybe you can eat it.
I kinda think I can. I don't think there's any meat in the ingredients? It's one of those things where it's, like, so processed that, like,
Yeah.
the meat has been removed through filtration.
Yeah, that's true. The meat that was or the animal that was killed for this can of spam, first of all, it's like 1% of like 100 different animals.
Mhm.
And those they were killed like a year ago. So are they even around, you know?
Right, the farmer's medley.
Exactly. Yeah. Fruta di mare.
Exactly. Wow, King. Well, this has been a fantastic episode.
I agree
Thank you
wholeheartedly.
for linking and building with me and letting me share my trials and tribulations in Toronto.
Mhm, and thanks for flying Air Think Fresh.
Hell yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.